everyone, it's Cara Whedbee with Simply Magical Vacations by Cara. I wanted to come to you today and talk about saving for a Disney vacation. I know a lot of people ask me all the time after they get a quote, wow, that's expensive. How am I supposed to afford that? Or isn't Disney expensive? I don't know that I could ever go there. Or they ask me to quote them an off-property price for a package when actually the on-property prices would be cheaper and a better deal for them. So let's dispel all the rumors and talk about how you can save so that your family can have a Disney trip. Now for me, I work from home. I work 3 jobs, so that tells you that I don't make like loads of money, but I still am able to go to Disney 2 to 3 times a year. Some of which is for training. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. And then some of it is for vacation with my family, with, our parents, with our kids, and sometimes it's just me, and sometimes it's me and my husband. So if I can do it, you can do it. So let me talk to you about what I do to save for Disney so that you can have some ideas and figure out how you can save for Disney. Now, as a travel agent, I have access to pricing all the time for a Disney vacation. So that puts me at an advantage, obviously, to figure out how to work backwards on how much I'm going to need to save each month for my next trip. You can do the same thing. So on my page, if you click on Book Now, it does not actually mean you're going to book a vacation. It means you're going to get a quote from me to figure out how much your vacation that you would like to go on is going to cost. So if you click on that link, choose my name, Cara Whedbee, from the drop-down menu, then you can get a quote for any Disney vacation. Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, any Disney vacation you can think of, Alani, Hawaii, yay! Any of Disney vacation you'd like to go on or are dreaming about, click on Book Now, get a quote, and then we can work backwards together and figure out how much you need to save each month until you have to make your final payment. The great thing about all Disney vacations is that you just have to put a little bit down as a deposit to book the vacation, and then you can make payments all the way up until different periods. For a Walt Disney World vacation and for Disneyland, it's 30 days out. If you're going on a Disney cruise, it depends on if it's your first cruise or second or more when you have to make your final payment, but it's anywhere from 90 days out to 75 days out or so. And then Alani is also 30 days out. So any vacation you want to do, they're going to allow you to book well in advance and then make payments all the way up until your last payment's due. So that's something people don't realize. It allows you to actually plan ahead and save for Disney. So for me, I like to book my Walt Disney World vacations at least a year in advance, sometimes more. Disney will allow us to book up to 499 days in advance. But if they haven't released the next year's packages yet, then I really can't get you a good idea of what your price will be until they do. So for example, I could get you prices for anywhere up and through the end of 2017 for Walt Disney World, but 2018 prices haven't been released yet. They'll be released in June. And when they are, they're going to be released 499 days out, all the way up until the fall of next year, 2018. So just think of it that way. If you know that you want to go next year to Disney World, then in June is when you want to contact me for a quote, because that's when I'll be able to give you one, and you could book your trip with $200 down as your deposit, and then start making your payments all the way up until you travel. So now that you know that you can book ahead of time, what do you do to save that money? So once you get your quote from me, take that amount, put down whatever deposit you have to put down to book it so that you can get exactly the package you want or exactly the room you want on the cruise ship or whatever. Put that money down to deposit and then start saving. So what I suggest you do is find your final number on the quote. So I'm going to give you lots of choices in the quote. So add all your add-ons on there, figure out exactly what you want, dining plan, tickets, etc. And then when you get that final price, tell me what you want. We'll put the down payment down for you, and then you'll be able to start saving the rest of it. For example, if it was a $3,000 vacation and you were booking 18 months out, it's going to be roughly $167 a month that you'll be saving. So that's how you work it. Once you know what you're going to save, then every time you have a birthday, every time your kids have a birthday, every time you celebrate a holiday and people give you presents between now and the time you travel, ask for Disney gift cards. You can pay for your whole vacation with a Disney gift card. Yes, you can. And I can help you do that. So the best gift anyone can give you if you know you're traveling to Disney anytime in the future is a Disney gift card. You only need $200 down to book. If you and every member of your family gets a $50 or $100 Disney gift card at Christmas, then there's your $200 payment so that you can book your trip. So think about that, plan ahead, ask for Disney gift cards. Then you yourself needs to plan on purchasing Disney gift cards at least once a month. That's what I do. So you can do this at many different clubs, discount club places, Target. If you have the Target Red card, you get 5% off your purchases, which includes Disney gift cards. I shop at Sam's. So I get the Sam's discount on the Disney gift cards. So they offer 3 $50 gift cards, which is $150 value to Disney, but I only pay $142. So every time I'm buying that $150 gift card pack each month, I'm saving $8. So I'm saving on my trip, but I'm still getting the full $150 value. I know Costco does this. I know BJ's does this. I know Sam's does this. I know Target has the red card. You can get that discount. If you have straight up cash and you're just wanting to get a cash value card, I just go to my local grocery store and pick out a Disney card. It allows me to put any value on there up to $500. So I tell them exactly what I want and put it on there. Any chance you get to get a Disney gift card, take it. Any chance you get to just order them once a month, just make it part of your monthly payments. Buy some Disney gift cards. Then, when you accrue a whole bunch, give them to me. I will put them into this website that accrues all the Disney gift cards together, and you can put up to $1,000 value on one card at a time. So it allows me to go in and pay your trip using like 2 or 3 gift cards that are $1,000 each. Same with cruise line, same with Alani, same with Disneyland. Any kind of Disney vacation will take the Disney gift card as payment. So just remember that. All right, so the other way people like to save for Disney, and a lot of people don't know this, but Disney has a Disney Vacation Savings Account option. So you can go on their Disney World website, look up the Disney Vacation Savings Account, and it will allow you to deposit money in there, even through gift cards, as regularly as you want. Now, every time you deposit $1,000 into that Disney Vacation Savings Account, they will give you a $20 gift card before your trip. So as long as you request it, I think it's 120 days before you travel, you'll get as many $1,000 worth of deposits you put in there, $20 gift cards. And that'll be great for your trip because you can use those to pay off your room balance. So if you charge to your Magic Band back to your room, souvenirs or gratuity on your table service meals or whatever, then you can pay that at the end of the week with a Disney gift card rather than your credit card. You just need to tell them, a day before you check out. So that's another great way to use the gift cards. You can use them themselves in the stores at Disney to buy things, or you can use them on your account. Another great way to save is to make sure that you, I'm looking at my list, hold on. Oh, another way I save, and my family saves, and a lot of people save, is a Disney Visa Rewards card. So I know that a lot of people follow Dave Ramsey, and so good news, they also have a Disney Visa Rewards debit card. So if you're a Chase Bank member, then you can get a Chase debit card that also gives you these Disney rewards. So every time you spend money on Disney, any kind of Disney, at the Disney store, on a Disney vacation, on tickets, on anything Disney related, you get 2% cashback rewards on your Disney rewards card. If you spend at a restaurant or on gas for your car, those are also 2% rewards, and then everything else gets 1%. So those reward dollars that you get back on your card, they allow you to transfer onto what's called a Disney Rewards redemption card. That redemption card has a number on it, almost like a credit card number, but it never expires. So every month when I get my card bill, I pay my bill, and then I take my points or my dollars that I've won that month, and I transfer them onto that card so that I never have to worry about them expiring. So you can get hundreds and hundreds of dollars in rewards and use that towards a payment for your Disney vacation as well, or to buy tickets or whatever. So I highly recommend that card just because there's a lot of savings. Also, there's a lot of discounts when you're in the park with the Disney Visa card. There's special character meet and greets that you get to do if you have a Disney Visa card. And then also, they allow you to have special photo pass pictures taken and things like that. So you get a lot of benefits when you're at the parks with those cards, not just the reward card redemption that you can get as well. And that's something that I can use to make a payment for you for your trip. Another thing that I recommend is to make sure that you think about driving to Disney. Now, if you're really far away, if you're in California and you're wanting to go to Walt Disney World, I don't recommend that. That's a long drive unless you just really want to go on a cross-country trip for a couple of weeks and include Disney. But if you can drive, do it, because that saves money on airplane tickets. It saves money on your journey so that you're able to spend that money on your trip. It's much more fun to spend the money in Disney than getting to Disney. But if you absolutely must have to fly, so if you absolutely have to do it, it's too far, or you don't have a lot of time and you need to squeeze the trip in and not take a lot of it up with travel, then fly a cheaper airline, okay? So like Spirit or Southwest or Frontier or Allegiant or something like that that will allow you to get there cheaper, okay? Now those cheaper airlines mean that you've got to be on your toes a little bit so that you don't have to pay all the extra fees. For example, Spirit will allow you to take a carry-on for free that's 16 by 14 by 12. I've got it memorized. So that is a backpack size, basically. So me and all my members of my family have a backpack that we have put most of our clothes for the week, swimsuit, sunscreen, toiletry items that fit in the quart-size bag, you know, all that stuff is in our carry-on for, you know, like a Spirit airline type airline. And so that way, when we get there, I have what I need, and I can go straight to the parks. Magical Express is going to take care of the rest of my luggage that I checked. So I'm just going to take my carry-on and go. The check baggage, pay online. If you're doing one of those discount airlines, when you book your flight, pay for your check bags in advance, and make sure you check an extra bag for souvenirs. If you don't, you may have to do what I did one time and spend $200 at the Disney gift store on a suitcase because you didn't have enough room to put all the souvenirs in it. So make sure you don't make that mistake and actually bring an extra suitcase with you, check it, and then that way you'll have room for all your souvenirs. Also, Disney gives you the opportunity with the Disney Parks app to actually shop for something on the app that's actually in the store. You could be looking right at it. You could pick it up from the Disney Parks app and tell it to ship it to your house so that it gets there and you don't have to put it on the plane with you. So I suggest that for things that are breakable, especially like if you get a mug or a figurine or something, it's a lot easier to have them ship it back than for you to take it back on the plane. But you do have that option. You also have the option of buying it on the app and having them send it to your hotel same day while you're there. So think about all those options as far as saving you money, but definitely use the cheapest flight you can get because you don't want to spend money getting to Disney. You want to spend money while you're there. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is you want to save up a bunch of cash for gratuities. If you're a party of 6 or more, then when you eat at a table service restaurant, the one where you're sitting down and you have a waiter or waitress, like a character buffet or any kind of meal at Disney, then they're going to charge you gratuity if you're a party of 6 or more, and that gratuity is going to be a minimum charge of 18%. So you have to have that saved up and ready to go when you get there on your vacation. Now you can have it charged to your Magic Band to your room and then pay it with a gift card later. You can pay it with a gift card right then when you're sitting there. You can pay it with cash when you're sitting there. I like to pay with cash my gratuities, so I like to save that in advance. A great way to do this is a change jar. Every time you get change, when you spend your cash all throughout the year, take that money and put it in your change jar every day. It amounts to several $100s by the end of a year. So make sure you save your change. That's how much you're going to need for gratuities when you're eating, if it's an average like 6-night trip. Okay? Another thing you can do with that change jar is if you need to, you can convert all of that cash, like I said before, whatever amount you choose, to a Disney gift card. So you can choose to do that as well, but definitely save your change. Another way to save is on your bills. So for example, if your electric bill, if you have budgeted for that like $100 a month and this month it was only $50, take that extra $50 in savings, put it towards your Disney vacation. If you normally spend like $500 a month on a car payment, consider what you want more. A used car, so you have no payment, you know, so you can go to Disney, or $500 a month that you have to spend on a car payment. So you just kind of have to think about what your priorities are. Do you really want to go on this trip or not? If you do, then you're going to find ways in your budget to save money. Your grocery bill is a great way to do that. If you save on your groceries, then whatever you save above what you budgeted, put towards your trip. So there's always ways to prioritize and to save. Another suggestion I have is get your souvenirs at Disney outlets rather than in the parks themselves. Now, the things that they sell at the Disney outlets are going to be, you know, like the last season or things that they ordered too much of, that kind of thing. But still, it's going to be what your kids want. There's going to be stuffed animals, there's going to be purses, there's going to be tote bags, there's going to be towels, there's going to be, you know, the kitchen stuff, whatever you can think of. They're going to have it at the outlets. They have 2 awesome outlets at Disney in Orlando. They're run by Disney. They're called the Disney Character Warehouse. One of them is in the premium outlets on International Drive, and the other one is in the outlets on Vineland, which is closer to the Disney properties. If you're driving into Orlando, stop at the one on International Drive first, then hit the one on Vineland. They're different. They're going to have different things, and they have great deals on the same souvenirs that were in the park a couple months ago. So that way your kids can spend their spending money, you could spend yours, you can get t-shirts, you can get mugs, whatever you were gonna get in the parks. It's still going to be Mickey, it's still going to be Disney, but you're going to spend a whole lot less money on it. So that's another way to save. And if you did not drive, if you ended up flying, then just take an Uber. Uber in Orlando or Lyft or any one of those pay services for a car is really cheap in Orlando. I'm not sure if they have like a discount in Florida or what, but it is really cheap. It'll only cost you a couple of dollars to get there and back. And that is much less than what you're going to be saving instead of buying the souvenirs on Disney property. So that's another idea I have. I definitely am going to go there. I recommend it for you too. All right, I'm checking my list. Yeah, definitely save for gratuities. I just said that. Okay, so I have covered what I had on my list. If anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. You just type at the bottom and hit send, and it will let me know what questions to answer. But I just want you to understand that Disney, yes, while it is expensive or can be overwhelming price-wise when you first see that number, if you plan ahead, which I highly encourage you to do, you're going to get the best deal, and you're going to be happy that you don't owe anything else once you get there. You've saved it all up. You're good to go. It's like an all-inclusive trip once you get to that point. Another thing I was going to tell you about planning ahead. I have a couple of clients right now that this is I can give you an example of. One of them booked for their trip in November of last year for their trip coming up in July of 2017. Because they booked so far in advance, the discount for this summer hadn't been released yet. That's okay, because as your travel agent, I know when those discounts come out, and then I can tell you, and we can decide whether or not it's worth it for you to change a room or, you know, upgrade or whatever it may be, spend the same amount but get a better hotel, that kind of thing. We can figure out if the discount is good for you or not. Well, this particular client, the discount didn't save them any money. In fact, they had the cheapest rate by far of any of the discounts offered. The reason for that was they booked in November of last year before 2 increases in dining plan payments and ticket prices happened. So Disney increased the tickets and dining plan prices twice in their package from the time they booked to the time they travel. So even giving them that discount, it didn't save them anything. They were saving hundreds of dollars because they booked ahead. So planning ahead can save you money even when Disney offers the discounts. I know a lot of people wait for a discount and they think that that's going to save them a lot of money. Not necessarily. If Disney has already upped the price twice that year, then you're out of luck. That discount didn't save you anything if you had booked ahead. The other thing, or the other example I have, is one of them booked in February for a trip in June. Well, I was able to save them $300 when the discount came out because they had already experienced the price increase that Disney did on dining and tickets in February. So that's something to think about. If you plan ahead, yes, I will get you the discount if it applies, but you may not need it. If you plan far enough in advance, you may have already gotten the cheapest price that was ever going to be for that package you chose because you booked in advance before all of the price increases happened. That's also important on a cruise. So Disney just announced yesterday that they are doing the Star Wars Day at Sea cruise again on the Fantasy this time, and it's going to be trips January through April of 2018. Now, I know that seems a long way away, but it's only a year away, and whenever Disney Cruise Line releases their prices for the next year, that is when you book. It costs 20% down to book a Disney cruise. So save up your gift cards, have them ready, and let's book your payment, because once you hear about that trip, you need to book it. That is the cheapest price you're going to get on a Disney cruise. Disney Cruise never offers discounts, ever, on the actual cruise package or payment. They sometimes give you like a little bit of a discount on the deposit, like they'll let you put 10% down rather than 20% down, but you still are going to owe it all in the end, okay? So it's really not a discount, it's just kind of a little break for you to book something. But they really don't ever offer discounts unless you're military, which that's a whole separate thing. So you just really need to book those well in advance. If you know you want to go on a Disney cruise in 2018, a lot of them are already booking up. So just make sure that you think about planning ahead. Another place that doesn't give a ton of discounts is Disneyland. Reason being, most people that go there are annual pass holders, they're locals, they go there every day after work, especially on the weekends. Avoid Disneyland on the weekend. So if you're flying out to Disneyland, sometimes they'll give room discounts for their Disney properties, but there's only 3. They don't have to give a discount because it's usually already booked up. So that anytime a Disney gives a discount, it's because they haven't booked everything up yet. So if they have, if it's a popular time of year, then they're not going to give you a discount. They don't need to. They've already got it booked up. So always remember, don't rely on the discount. Book ahead. Plan ahead as early as they'll let you do it, because the discount may not be there. It may be that you picked a room that Disney's not going to give a discount to anyway. So, especially this free dining thing. We hear a lot about it. There's rumors it's happening pretty soon for the fall. What you need to know about free dining is don't wait until they release that discount, because there's no guarantee they will. Some year they might decide, oops, this has gotten a little busy and not in the fall, and we've decided we don't need to offer this discount anymore. We're too booked up. Don't be that the only time you travel is when they offer free dining. You'll never get to go. So there's no guarantee they'll always offer this one. And I've noticed the last several years they have been adding a night to the minimum night stay on free dining, and they've been restricting it and restricting it. You can only get the quick service plan, then you have to pay to upgrade to the Disney dining plan, which is the most popular one, if you're staying at a value or a moderate, which most people are that want free dining, and they thought they were going to get the Disney dining plan and they don't. So you just have to remember that just because it says free, they are making you pay full rack rate on your room. So it may not save you any money at all. The other thing they usually release during the same time as free dining is a room discount that is usually a lot better than actually getting free dining. You can get that room discount, pay for the dining plan you want, and it's still cheaper than if you had done free dining. So free dining is a misnomer. And don't plan your year around that, or don't plan your vacations around that, because if you do, eventually you may not get to go because they may not offer it anymore. So definitely wanted to put that in there about free dining. It doesn't necessarily save you money. And since this is a video about saving money, going to Disney, I wanted to put that in there. As your agent, I'm going to tell you the best deal for you. I'm going to say, okay, if we did free dining, you're going to have to switch hotels, you're going to have to switch rooms, you're going to have to switch the dining plan you wanted, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for these table service meals that you wanted to book with these characters. So there's a lot of sacrifices you may have to make. Or I could say, or you could get this room discount and you'll save this much, several $100s, and you can just pay for the dining plan. So just remember, just because it's free doesn't mean that it's saving you money. That part of the package is free, but they up the price on the other part to make up the difference. So it's not exactly what you think you're getting. So any questions? Anybody have anything they want to know out there? And if you missed the first part of this video, then when I'm done, it'll stay on the page. Just go to videos and you can watch it from the beginning. And if you have any questions then feel free to ask and I'll be happy to answer. But hopefully this has given you some ideas for how to make a Disney trip affordable for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are or how much money you make, you can go to Disney and I can help you do it. The great thing about travel agents is Disney pays us. It's no different booking with me than it is booking with Disney directly, and they are not going to tell you how to do all of these things I just did. So make sure that you use your favorite travel agent, someone who's going to look out for you and is going to make sure that you do get the best deals, because that's what we want to do. We want you to have a magical vacation, but we want it to be at the best price it can possibly be for you and your family. And we want you to get all of the fun things done while you're there that you want to do without having to skimp on anything because you're worried about spending the money. So just wanted to give you those ideas. If you have any questions, again, let me know. If you're ready to get a quote, then click on Book Now, and I would be happy to do that for you so you can start saving. Bye.